Today is Monday, June 8th, and when I first started these daily messages, I genuinely wondered if I would be doing this for a full 3 weeks. I wondered if I would need 21 of these messages. If you're curious, not including Sunday sermons, today marks the 76th daily message from the Mount Auburn Christian Church. However, we are becoming active again in the church. Yesterday we were in the sanctuary worshiping together for the first time since the middle of March. So I'm going to start to cut down on these daily messages to focus on the work of the church. For the rest of June, I'll have a message every other day. So in June, there will be a message on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then when July comes, I'll reevaluate and decide where to go from there. With that said, today I want to continue to talk about our purpose. And what I want to say today is this: our purpose is eternal. This life is just a warm-up, a dress rehearsal, a practice lap before the real marathon begins. As C.S. Lewis once put it, all of this life is just the beginning of the story. All this world is the cover and title page. Next, we begin chapter 1 of the great story, which no one on earth has ever read, which goes on and on forever, in which every chapter is better than the one before. Another preacher by the name of Francis Chan once used an illustration that I've borrowed before in my sermons. Chan took a long piece of rope, and he said, imagine this rope just goes on forever. And it doesn't stop over there. It wraps around the world a couple times and just keeps on going. Now imagine that this rope symbolizes a timeline of your existence. And you're born here and you just continue to exist forever. Now imagine that this little bit right here, this is all of your time on earth. You have these few short years on earth and then all this time somewhere else. And what's crazy is that some people get obsessed with this little bit. There's some people who say they're really interested in this little bit right here. Say, I'm going to work and work and I'm going to save, and I'm really going to enjoy this bit right here. And they ignore all these billions and trillions and infinite years to come. But when we live our lives in light of eternity, then that changes our purpose. If this is all we get, if it's just in this life, then the Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians said that we should be pitied above all men. If this is all there is, go wild. Live selfishly. Focus everything on this little bit. Do good only to the degree that it will help you, because you don't need to worry about all this other stuff. It's not there for you, it's not there for anybody else, so nothing you do could ever have any kind of lasting consequence. However, when we live in light of eternity, it changes our purpose. When we think about more than just this little bit, when we think about all this, then it changes the way we think. It changes who we are. It changes what matters to us and what doesn't matter to us. If all of our purpose is found in this little bit, then we have a purpose that can last at most for 100 years. When we keep an eye on all of this, then we have a purpose and a meaning that lasts forever. This life will end. And that ending gives way to a new and greater beginning. As the Bible commentator Matthew Henry put it, the business of every day ought to be to prepare for our final day. May God be with you, and I'll see you tomorrow.